Now, no one in the 81-year history of the NCAA has won 4 individual championships in any sport. The only thing standing between him and that awesome accomplishment is Roger Singleton. We asked Tim Wright about that.
Well, that's pretty exciting for me, too. But, like right now, I'm trying not to worry about it, you know. It was a lot of pressure going in. People asking, you know, getting a lot of interviews. How you think you do? Is pressure on you? I just try not to worry about it, you know, and went out and took it one match at a time. And I think if you take every individual match one at a time and just get that one out of the way, you find yourself one step farther. And now I've beat 3 of them. Now I'm one step farther. I'm in the finals, and hopefully go out and just do the same thing here. Go out and wrestle my match, my style, the way I've been doing all year. And I think I can do it. I think I have a good shot at doing it.
Well, they call him Cosmo, and there he goes. 118 pounds. And his opponent out of Roseville, Michigan, is Roger Singleton.
And we got the match underway now. Tim Wright is definitely
from Grand Valley made it there by the
definitely a good takedown wrestler.
Of course, I don't know how.
I look for him to be dominant on his feet, and Roger's going to have to slow him down on his feet. And as Roger expressed to me before the final started, he feels he's going to have to take Tim down to beat him.
Wright, who attends Southern Illinois right here at Edwardsville, he certainly got the capacity crowd behind him here today.
For watching him before his match, he seemed to be very, very intense. Good concentration. He's going to have to start opening up. They both seem a little conservative at this point.
Circle, circle.
Wright is a takedown type of wrestler, as is Roger Singleton. And Jeff, what's the basic difference between what you regard as a takedown wrestler and a mat wrestler?
Well, your takedown wrestlers are real good on their feet. Oh, look at that. They went out of bounds, and you almost saw Tim Wright get put to his back. He is going to have to start opening up a little bit more. A takedown wrestler is dominant on his feet. Here you see it. It gets brought over. Roger comes up, but you can see Roger went out of bounds. And when both wrestlers' feet are out of bounds, then the whistle will blow. I think that might have woke him up. Tim seems to be coming out with a little bit more attack.
Move to the center. Move to the center.
He's going to have to stay aggressive. Oh, he almost had him again. Good hip toss. Here on the edge of the mat, both wrestlers have to be very, very careful. Very careful, because the referees interpret when there's an out of bounds. And if you feel you're out of bounds and relax, that opponent can take you down. But you saw Tim come back there and be a little bit more aggressive. Tried a couple upper body attacks. Almost had them. But Roger's showing some real good concentration of his own and intensity of his own. He doesn't seem to be backing away from Tim one bit. Now what you'll see here, Tim's got Roger's head down, and he's going to try to spin now behind and get the takedown.
1 minute, 14 seconds.
You hear referee John George telling both wrestlers 1 minute 14 seconds remaining in the first period. First period is 3 minutes, periods 2 and 3, each comprised of 2-minute periods.
You just saw the referee blow his whistle and stop action called a stalemate. That's when neither wrestler can improve position. The referee will recognize this, try to let them work a little bit, and if neither one can improve, hit the whistle, start them both up. And there you saw it. Tim Wright on the 2-point takedown for Wright. I'll be interested to see what Tim does here. He's a very good takedown man, and I wonder if he's going to let him ride up or if he's going to be content to try to ride him out. There's 42 seconds left in the period. He might go for some riding time.
Well, Singleton told me earlier today that to be effective against Tim Wright, he would have to score on his feet. Did not feel he could beat Wright if they were on the mat.
That's probably true. He's never going to be on top of him except for the one chance he has at the start of either the second or third period, depending on who wins the coin toss.
33 seconds now remaining in the first period.
Here you'll see a slow-mo of Tim's takedown. They were going in and out. Tim went underneath, hooked the leg, drove him over backwards, took him down. Now you saw Roger just got away as we return to action.
On escape, and
score is
on the board.
That's right, it's now 2-1. This is what I expected from Tim Wright, a takedown match.
Wright's a crowd pleaser, and he makes no bones about it. Doesn't pin many of his opponents, but he likes to try and run up the score.
Yes, there's what's called a technical superiority, which counts the same as a fall, and that's when you build a 15-point lead. And there's the end of the first period. Tim Wright leads 2-1.
And an outstanding period. There's the coin toss. Wright wins it, and he wants the up position.
I believe he's going to choose neutral position.
Yes, he will. You're absolutely correct.
He doesn't want to let Roger get away and give him a point, so he'll just start up on the feet. The wrestler has 3 choices. He can start down, actually 4. He can start down, he can start in the advantage position on the mat,
which is the up position.
Right, the up position. He can start on their feet, or he can call what's known as defer. In other words, give the other wrestler the choice, wait to see what happens after the second period, and then make his choice based on what that situation dictates.
We are in period 2. It is Wright 2, Singleton 1.
You can see Tim is starting to open up a little bit more. He tried to duck under, almost scored. Roger's going to have to do more than counter. He's going to have to start his own attacks now. I look for him to go back for that hit chance where he almost caught Tim near the edge of the mat.
A moment ago, you saw Larry Kristoff, the wrestling coach here at Southern Illinois.
His team has won the last 3 consecutive Division II national championships. Obviously a very, very good coach. In fact, an outstanding wrestler in his day as well. Competed in the Tokyo Games, many-time national champion.
You squared off once or twice against him, didn't you, just for workouts?
For workouts. Back when I first started my international competition, Coach Kristoff was an assistant for the Junior World Championships. And I learned some of my wrestling from Coach Kristoff. We see this upper body tie. Each man has an underhook and an overhook. This could lead to a big move, but they break out of it. Roger's going to have to start opening up. He's trailing.
Saw Wright trying to slide in behind Singleton. Could not quite do it. Now tries a throw, and again Singleton holds on.
Green has just been warned. In other words, the referee feels that he's stalling and he's being passive in his attacks. Tim Wright, again, it seems to be controlling that upper body tie. He had double underhooks there, and if he had enough room, could have scored.
32 seconds remaining in the second period.
And you can see it's Tim that moves across the circle to meet Roger. So Tim is still being aggressive, looking for the takedown. Look for him to spin here. He's going to keep spinning. He's got to get all the way around behind him, clear that arm. And he couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
And again, they go out of bounds.
I see Rogers starting to bend over a little bit. He seems to be beginning to fatigue a little bit. He looked up at the clock, too, while he was on the mat. And that's the first sign, just as a runner starts to look over his shoulder to see who's catching up, that he might be getting tired.
Now, Tim Wright was courted by Iowa State. But his grades in high school at Rock Island, Illinois, not good enough. Came here to Southern Illinois. I asked him today if he had any regrets. Certainly that man right there has no regrets that youngster came here to Southern.
And he's had no problems with his grades since he's come here. And that is the Grand Valley State coach, Jim Scott, who's also Roger Singleton's coach.
Singleton at one point was a track star in junior high school, but when he got to the high school level, he was too small, just couldn't keep up with the bigger guys, switched to wrestling, and said it was a great choice, and he's glad he did it at such a young age.
Well, Roger chose the down position, and that was a smart move, because if he escapes, he'll tie the score up, which he just did. It is now 2-2. He gets 1 point for an escape.
Now it becomes a sprint to the finish with 1:45 remaining in the match, tied at 2.
I imagine Tim might be feeling a little bit of pressure. I'm sure he would have wanted a lead going into the third period. Now he's going to have to work for his victory. But great things don't come easy. He keeps coming real close to whipping him around there, and he's spinning, trying to spin around, and Roger's hanging onto his arms, keep him from getting around behind. And he's moving towards the outside, and he gets it.
What a move by Tim Wright.
It's going to be tough for Roger to score when he's on his knees. He's got to be up on his feet. When you're on your knees, you have very limited movement. Tim Wright took advantage of it. I look for Tim to try to keep him down now the whole time.
What a move by the 118-pound champ.
And here you'll see it. He's down on his knees, and he starts to spin. And as he moves around behind, he scores his 2.
That's the situation with just over a minute to go in the match.
I'm sure Tim's going to try to ride him for at least another 5 seconds. He'll get riding time at that point, and that's an additional point at the end of the match. If you can keep your opponent in a down position, that accumulative time of more than 1 minute.
An escape for Singleton. It is now a 4-3 match under a minute to go. Singleton will need a big move here. Oh, thrown back. Near ball.
And I'm sure Tim would love to end this with a pin. But Roger didn't get to the finals without being real tough. And there he let him go again. He's going to want to wrestle him on his feet.
3 points for a near fall. Wright, Singleton with an escape, and again down goes Wright. Singleton.
And you can see Tim starting to work the crowd a little bit. These are the folks that have watched him win 3 in a row, and you can see him waving to him. And here we go. We'll see a replay of this. Again, Roger on his knees, and Tim Wright taking advantage of it, driving him over backwards. And there you see the referee getting down and counting the seconds. If he can hold him on his back for 5 seconds, he gets 3 points.
It's 11-4 now, Wright.
And I think at the start of the 3rd period, it was 2-2, and you can see how much action happens, how quickly people can score. And there you have it, 4-time national champion Tim Wright as he does his dance. He's set a precedent here. He has set a precedent here.
Tim Wright has done what no one has ever accomplished in the NCAA. 4 individual national championships.
And he goes back to his corner and celebrates with his coaches and teammates.